So it has been a month since this new year. And my question to you is, how was your New Year's resolution? I know that most of us, after a month of the new year, have already forgotten about it. It got me pondered and I wondered why. Because the reason I'm asking this is I've recently had my vacation on Boracay Island, and as someone who is in a beach that I've been thinking why this is happening. So I told myself, well, what's happening in our life where we're always controlled by things, and yeah, it got me wondered what's happening because life is like a wave and we're riding on it. And we have no control on what we do in life. So, actually, to be honest, I this video is made a day before uploading, which is tomorrow, and that is because I've been wondering on my career in YouTube, and that time in Boracay made me thought or think that I am a vlogger. Even if I don't have a thousands of subscribers like the others, the fact that I'm making content and I love what I'm doing, I'm a vlogger. So that made me think that I should really make time, like said in the book, to make time for myself. And for me, that me time is not going to a party, but to share what I think or to share what I want to share with you guys. And I hope you get something from it. So this book is about how to make time to do the things you want in life, and not just someone who just follow the herd, like you do this, you do that, everybody's doing this, so I'm going to do this. This video is about how you're going to make time for yourself. So let me start by this book by Knapp called Make Time. Basically, to make full use of your time for yourself, you should think of two things. One is to make time for yourself, and number two is to make full time or make full use of your time. How do we do that? Let's start with number one, how to make time for yourself. In this distracted world, there are times where we are bombarded with notifications, messages, social media with infinity loops, where our time is always being sucked on it. And that really is not what we want, right? Have you ever wondered what? It's been a day, but you've asked yourself, what have I been doing this whole day? I'm just in my bed, looking at social media feeds and so on. Those are distractions, and the way to eliminate them is to make full time for yourself. So what do I mean by that? This book talks about something called infinity loops. If you're wondering what an infinity loop looks like, if you check on YouTube or Facebook, their feed is unlimited, which means that it is an infinity loop. That's the basic rule of it. And if it is an infinity loop, it will suck your time very, very fast. And that's the problem, because it hits our dopamine system with lots of dopamine. And we're not made for that. So to make time for yourself, the easiest way is to eliminate distractions. I'm telling this because it has been hard for me as well when I was addicted to social media about 2 years ago. And I made an article in my blog for it in my 1 week social media detox, and it basically gave me hours of time that I do not know what to do with it. So I suggest you also try that and see for yourself how can you eliminate distractions easily by just removing infinity loops from your life. I'm not saying that you should remove all messenger feeds, all social media feeds, everything with infinite loops. But what I want is for you to be mindful of your time. Become mindful with them and you can see how it can help you. Put a timer on it and that will be a lot. I've seen it for myself and I hope it also works for you. So that's number one. To make time for yourself, eliminate distractions. Imagine those apps are controlling you. And why not take back that control to you? Take back your life. That is your life. You should not be controlled by them. So the number one is to make time for yourself. How will you make time? Eliminate those or use them wisely. Because we live in a world where we have that technology, and technology is a wonderful tool to help yourself. And because it is a tool, it can both be beneficial and harmful to you. So always choose how could it be beneficial to you. If you're doing it too much, if you are using them too much, that is a problem because it will suck your time. And to make time for yourself, because we are all busy, that is exactly how you can do it. So number one is to eliminate distractions. And number two is to make full use of the time you made. So one of the things this book has taught me is what they call the 4-step formula. The 4-step formula is highlight, focus, energize, and reflect. That's all you need to know for the second part of this video. So let me discuss them one by one. Highlight is the most important, and for me, the one that has the biggest impact in my life after reading the book. The highlight is basically what you are going to do for that day. For example, for this day, my highlight is to make this video. So this video will be put on YouTube tomorrow. And in that way, I feel really happy because every day I get an achievement. And that achievement, I make it sure that I can finish it. For example, I make sure that this video or recording this video can be finished in just an hour or two. And that 2 hours is the time I usually use in other things such as browsing, social media feeds, and many more. And just this achievement boosts my confidence each and every day because when I see my journal, I know that yesterday I made my work in sales, today I am making this video, and every day I can see that I have improvements in my own life. And the problem with us is we tend to give a lot of goals for ourselves, like I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to be successful, so I'll do this. But the problem is in your everyday task, it's not in there. So for me, this alone, that you only just need to make one highlight each day, is big. Because if you think about it, in just a year, you'll have 365 highlights in your life, and you can see in your journal what have you been doing throughout the year. And you'll be happy because you did not waste your time and made time for yourself. That's very important. So if there's one thing I want you to get from this video and from the book, it is to give yourself a highlight each day. A highlight where you find out what you're going to do for today. And don't make many highlights in one day, just one. And you will have the boost in confidence in taking more highlights throughout the week, throughout the month, and years to come. It's been great for me because I've been doing this for a month now after reading the book, and it's amazing. I made a lot of things. I have a new job right now, and I can still continue making videos for you guys because I always make sure that my highlights are consistent with my goals. And that alone is important. So, how can you make full use of the time and the highlight you'll make? That is the second part. That is highlight and then focus. In Cal Newport's book called Deep Work, he taught about the deep focus in working. And that deep work increases your productivity to the next level. If you want to learn more about deep work, I made a video about it. Make sure to check it out, and I'll leave a link in the description box. Also, if you've been in this part of the video, I have a little request for you. I really want to help more people, and the way for that is for me to have more likes in this video. And that would mean a lot because the YouTube algorithm will see my video as helpful if you like my video. And if you do that, it will reach more people. So this is a little request from you to like my video if you really like it. Thanks. So the next thing is, after you find out the highlight and you find out that you need to be focused on your work, the next thing is to energize. Because here's the problem with some people. They focus on their career, their work, and everything, but they forgot their health. They might have all the money in the world, but you can't buy your health. You need to take care of yourself. You need to energize yourself. So what do you mean by energizing yourself? Energizing yourself means eating healthy, sleeping on time, sleeping the right amount, and exercising. Those things help you make time for yourself. Why? Because you can't work for yourself, you can't make time and make full use of your time if you don't have the energy. Make sure to get the right amount of food, take care of yourself. Because in the end, you only have one body that you can use. So, take care of it. That's very important, and it really helped me a lot because I feel more energetic. Just exercise alone helped me. And sleeping on time really helped me. Sleeping 8 hours a day really helped. Just make sure to energize because energize will help you take better choices, to have more quality work, to be better in everything. And the last thing is reflection. The best thing about reflection, and the most important thing to know about reflection, is that self-help is not a one-size-fits-all. What do I mean by this? Some people say that to be productive, you need to be a morning person. But here's a problem. What if your genes tell you that you are a night owl? You will always be groggy in the morning. Just like in the book, how Jake and Jay-Z told that one of them is a lark and one of them is a night owl. So, it's really a problem because you need to find out what works for you. And the way to find what works for you is to reflect on them. Is this exercise good for me? Is it bad for me? Is deep work good for me or bad for me? Do I need to work in groups or I am better working alone? Those are things that you need to find out for yourself. And this channel gives you ideas on how you can improve yourself and also what worked for me. And you can try them. If they don't work, it's okay. If they work, then good. At least you've seen that it doesn't or it did work for you. So those are the things that you need to remember or you need to understand in the book Make Time by Knapp. So let me have a short recap. The first thing is to make time for yourself. How? Eliminate distractions. Eliminate infinity loops. Control the apps and don't let them control you. That is really helpful. Number 2, make full use of your time but by using the 4-step model. What is the 4-step model? Highlight, which means you need to make at least one highlight a day. And what's important is make one highlight a day. Don't make many highlights that you'll feel overwhelmed. Just one highlight per day is really, really important, and that is the best because it won't make you feel overwhelmed. Next in highlight is to focus. In focus, you need to understand that you need to focus on what you want to do in life. Focus means eliminating distractions, using yourself or using the power of your brain in making quality work. If you want to learn more about this, you can check my video on Deep Work by Cal Newport. The next thing is energize. You need to take care of yourself because if you don't have the energy, you can't do the best work you can do. And lastly is to reflect. Reflect what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And the easy guide for that is what's said in the book. Pick, test, repeat. Pick something and test if it works for you. If it works for you, then repeat. If it doesn't work for you, then don't do it anymore. That's all you need to know about the book. See you in the next video.